This is the best microfiber detergent on the market right now, and watch this video because you're going to find out what it is. I'm also going to be giving you the tips and tricks on how to properly care for your microfiber towels, how to wash them, how to dry them so they can last a long time, and also be still absorbent and performing the way you want them to. So what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Pan the Organizer. So I just finished detailing a few cars, making cool videos for you all, and behind me I have a bunch of dirty microfiber towels, drying towels, application towels, glass towels, wash pads, so on and so forth. And so I like to care for my stuff after every single use. Now, don't worry, guys. By the way, I'll make sure to include the links to all the tools, products, and equipment in the description under the video for you guys to check them out. So all you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Also, quick disclaimer, this is not a sponsored video. Nobody paid for this video. I ordered these products myself off of the House of Rags. Again, links in the description. So we have dirty towels. Why should you wash them, or why do I recommend washing your towels after every use? Well, in today's modern world, we love detailing our cars, and that includes using products like quick detail sprays, like drying aids, spray on rinse off sealants, or just ceramic spray sealants that are going to boost gloss and slickness, add hydrophobics, add a bit of protection, use them as toppers, right? All that kind of stuff. So those products are good to use and they're fantastic. However, they will eventually start clogging the microfibers or those little fingers on your towels over time. And what happens when they coat those fibers is they can eventually cure on there and make them less absorbent. Don't forget, microfiber towels are made to pick up loose dirt and debris. They're made to absorb liquids, and they're very effective as long as you keep them in tip-top shape. Now, to properly care for them, I again recommend that you wash them after every wash. Now, you can use detergents like Tide Free and Gentle, for example. So detergents that are free of any dyes, that are free of bleaches, free of fabric softeners. Never use fabric softeners with microfiber towels because, again, those will clog the fibers and make them less absorbent over time. So something like this is perfectly fine for the majority of the time. But again, if you're using those ceramic detail sprays, the ceramic sealants, the drying aids, and all that stuff to add protection and gloss, you need something stronger. Hence, I recommend dedicated microfiber detergents. Now, in the past, over a year ago and before that, one of my favorites was Rags to Riches by PNS. It still works amazingly well today. This is a fantastic one. But since September, so now it's been 10 months, I'm filming this in July 2025, I've been using the Detail Co. Microfiber Wash, also dubbed as Renaissance. So this is a made in USA product. They have their own blends. They work with their own chemists over at For Blending, so the House of Rags, and they created Detail Co. So Jamie and Eddie, shout out to both of my friends from there. And they made a banger of a product. Now, don't just take my word for it. If you search for this online, you're going to see this is the majority of people who've tried this. This is their new favorite microfiber detergent. Why? Because it was specifically formulated to remove and break down those sealants, those waxes, those ceramic sprays, those detail sprays, all that stuff from your towels, to remove them and make them absorbent again and even restore them, right? So you can use this in two ways. So you can do a pre-soak, what I recommend, 2.5 gallons in a bucket of warm water, right? So 2.5 gallons of warm water, 2 ounces of this in there, and let your towels, if they've been grungy for a while, or if you want to restore them, for example, you did not have a good quality detergent in the past and you see that your towels are less absorbent, try pre-soaking them overnight. So in that warm water, 2 ounces of this, 2.5 gallons of water in a wash bucket, and then the next day put them in your washing machine and 1 ounce of this in your high efficiency machine, and you're good to go. You're going to wash them in a full cycle. I'm going to show you how to do that, and they should be restored, and these work quite well. And for your regular maintenance, again, only 1 ounce of this is needed, and this is super inexpensive, by the way. Don't quote me on it, but I think it comes at 13 USD for the 16 ounce, so very, very cheap, or 473 mils, and they even have a gallon size, or 3.79 milliliters, for roughly 50 USD. So you're getting crazy bang for buck, very inexpensive. It gives that just a light fragrance at the end of this clean, fresh feeling, and it makes your towels fluffy again and all that good stuff. So yeah, this is currently my #1 recommended microfiber wash. This is Renaissance by Detail Co. And now let me give you tips and tricks on how to use this to clean your towels. All right, guys, very simple. When you're washing your towels, you can put all your microfiber towels in there and your wash mitts, any microfiber material, absolutely no problem. We have drying towels, we have towels that we used for drying aids, so on and so forth. Even waffle weave glass towels, no problem. Of course, your microfiber wash mitts, microfiber wash pads. The only ones I would really separate is ones used for detailing engine bays, very greasy stuff, or maybe wheels. put that in a separate cycle. Also, the ones used for polishing and removal, right? So compounds, polishes, those contain abrasives. I would wash those towels separately from the rest. Also, only wash microfiber products together. Don't mix that with other types of fabrics. Don't put your clothes in there and all that, because microfiber towels will pick up all the lint and all that stuff. So in your detergent tray, this is a high efficiency machine. So all we need, and don't go over that, is 1 ounce. So we're going to measure that in the measuring cup. So we have 1 ounce in here. You're going to put that in your detergent tray. No need for vinegar anymore with this. This does a great job on its own. The Detail Co, the Renaissance microfiber wash. So that's really, really amazing and simple. Now on the front, let me bring you in so we can select the settings. All right, let's close the door here. We're going to power the machine on. Now, of course, keep in mind, this can vary depending on which washing machine you have. But in my case, I like to use the normal setting right here. So it gives you a temperature setting, a spin cycle, which is important. We're going to select an extra rinse option. I always do that for microfiber towels to make sure we remove any of that soapy residue at the end. Now for the temperature, usually all you'll need is cold water. You can still use warm water. I wouldn't get to hot, but warm is fine in the washing cycle. You're not going to use any heat in the drying cycle, which you're going to see at the end. That's crucial. Never use high heat when drying your towels. But in this case, they're not super, super dirty. So cold water is more than enough. And that's pretty much it. You set it and you forget it. So what we're going to do now is just start the cycle itself and let her rip, tater chip. All right, guys, so the wash cycle is over. We're going to transfer to the dryer. It is totally fine to use a dryer to dry your microfiber towels as long as you don't use the high heat setting. I'm going to show you all that and what I use. So we're going to transfer all the microfibers. They already smell amazingly clean, just that light, fresh, clean fragrance. I like to slap the towels like that. Kind of get the fibers up again. There you go. I leave the, if you have a high efficiency machine front loader like this, I leave the door open to let all that moisture exit. I also have a tutorial on how to clean your washing machine. So check that out if you want to learn how easy it is to maintain the interior and keep it in tip-top shape. So now that we have our towels inside the dryer, you can either put them on a drying rack if you want to dry them at air temperature outside. That's totally fine. I just like how more fluffy they are with the dryer, but do never use the extreme drying, no extreme heat when drying. That is crucial. And no dryer sheets in there, no fabric softeners. That is crucial because again, you're going to coat the fiber. So no fabric softeners, no bleaches, no dyes in your washing process. And in the drying, same applies, right? No dryer sheets, none of that fabric softening capabilities. All right, so on your dryer, always avoid the high heat setting. So the lowest heat possible, or if you have it, this setting here, which is the air dry. Some machines have it as air fluff. So if we're looking here, there is no dry leveling, no temperature, because it uses the ambient temperature. So that's all you need in this case. So air dry. And what I do, because you're going to need more time, I select more time. I usually put, depending on how big of a load, between 60 minutes to an hour and a half. So you select how much time you want. So I set it for an hour. There's not that many towels and you should be fine. So again, never use high heat settings. Because if, for example, if you're going to use the normal setting here, you're going to see that it already adjusts the temperature to medium. We don't want that. We want the lowest possible settings. So lowest possible heat or no heat. So again, I bring it to the air dry or air fluff, whatever you guys have, or if you don't have that setting, again, the lowest possible heat setting, adjust your temp and then hit start and that's it. So there you go, guys. Your towels too will look amazing. So again, that was the Detail Co Renaissance microfiber wash, microfiber specific detergent, 16-ounce format. You can get the gallon size. I'm going to leave the links in the description under the video for you guys to check them out. If you don't have access to this, depending on when you're living, some other good alternatives, P&S Rags to Riches. This was a staple since it launched, but in my opinion, I prefer the Detail Co Renaissance. It's a banger. Check out the reviews, guys. always get multiple sources to like pick stuff, right? And you're going to see that pretty much everybody who's tried that agrees on it. And a new product that I got in, thank you to Nick from Young Cars, by the way. This is the Yum Wash MF for microfiber. So this is a microfiber detergent. And this is supposed to give them another deep clean. This is brand new, so I haven't tried it yet. I'm very curious because the majority of the stuff I've tried from Yum Cars is pretty good. So again, let me know if you guys have tried this one. Let me know in the comment section. And also if you've tried either the Renaissance or Rags to Riches, or what's your favorite microfiber detergent. Let me know in the comments. It's always good to see what people like. And of course, depending on what countries you're in, sometimes you guys have access to products that we might not have in USA or Canada. So yeah, pretty cool. So now you know how to care for your towels. So again, just as a recap, I like to use a microfiber specific detergent. I clean my towels after each use. It avoids the accumulation of those sealants and ceramics and all that kind of stuff that can clog and coat and make your microfiber towels less absorbent. In the wash process, normally cold water is more than fine enough. Adjust the quantities needed. So on a front loader, a high efficiency machine, only 1 ounce of this. Don't go overboard, because they had to readjust the instructions. By the way, I gave feedback to the team because they were talking about 2 ounces to a washing machine. But for high efficiency, that's not the way to go, because I did that mistake of following the instructions and 2 ounces was way too much. It had foam for days. The machine gave an error code. It was a nightmare. So I reached out and Jamie told me, yeah, we made a mistake on the label. It's supposed to be 1 ounce for HE machines. So anyhow, now you know through my experience, only 1 ounce of this in your HE loader. Normal setting, extra rinse. I always take that option. If they're super dirty, you can use warm water. That's fine. I would avoid the hot water setting, but everything else is okay. And then never use bleaches, never use dyes, never use fabric softeners when you're washing. And then the drying cycle, very simple. Air fluff or air temperature, basically the ambient setting that you have in your dryer. If you don't use the lowest possible setting, because you do not want to introduce a lot of heat when you're drying your towels. No dryer sheets, again, no fabric softeners, and your towels are going to stay working amazingly well for a long time. They're going to feel fluffy. They're going to get that electrostatic charge. So if you feel that they're grabby and they have that kind of cling, that's perfect. That's what we want microfiber towels to act like. And don't forget those loops, they act like little fingers. So they're supposed to have those attributes when you have them. And so that's it. Let me know what your favorite detergent is. Of course, over 1,000 videos on my channel to keep on learning about car detailing, all the products, equipment, tips, tricks, and techniques. So subscribe to never miss my future videos. Hit that bell icon. That'll notify you when I upload a new video. And yeah, keep on enjoying detailing, guys. Again, the links to all this stuff in the description. And don't forget, keep it tight, keep it clean, and I'll see you on the next one.